Hello everyone. My topic is wireless sensor network. What is wireless sensor network? It is the collection of specially distributed sensors which are mainly for physical or to cooperate with the physical and environmental conditions. A collection of sensing devices that can communicate without wires. Even though our wireless sensors has limited resources, and that is memory, computation power, bandwidth, and energy, these are limited. With small, they have very small physical sizes, so they can be embedded into the physical environment. Its main components are gateway, sensor, and sensor node. Now let us talk about the wireless sensor network architecture. This is the architecture here. You can see here that the user communicates through the internet to the sync node. What is the requirement of sync node? Sync node is a gateway which gives entry to all the other sensor nodes. These here we have a target. From this target, we communicate wireless through wireless communication. All the sensor nodes communicate and give us the required information. What are its characteristics? Power consumptions are the main thing which we focus on this. Its ability to cope with the node failures means if one of the node fails, it does not affect the communication. Mobility of nodes can be changed, their positions can be changed. Scalability to large scale of deployment. That means if once if we are deploying uh, 2 to 3 nodes, we can increase that. We can scale up with that deployment. Ease of use and cross-layer designs. These are the main characters. Now, what is wireless sensor node? First of all, we need to know about what is sensor. Basically, a sensor is a device which converts some physical phenomenon into electrical signal. So, therefore, a sensor node is something which embeds sensor. That is, it is a board having sensors, processors, memory, transceivers, and power supply. It's a basic unit of wireless sensor network. Therefore, sensor network is what? It is a collection of sensor nodes. Nodes deployed either inside or very close to the sensed phenomena, whichever phenomenon we need to sense. Now, we are talking about the architecture of the sensor node. First is, you can see here, this is sensor analog, this unit, which is having sensor and analog to digital converter is a sensing unit. Okay. Here what happens, sensor senses the physical phenomenon like temperature, pressure, etc. Then it converts it into some electrical signals, that is analog form of signals, and pass it on to the analog to digital converter. This analog to digital converter, what it does, converts that analog signal into a digital signal, and then it pass it on to the processing unit, that is microcontroller plus memory. This microcontroller has some procedures, that is, it has some functions or procedures that are used to communicate with the other. They are for collaborating with the other sensor nodes. Therefore, it also has some local memory for some functions to execute. Now, this transceiver is a communication unit that helps this sensor node to communicate or to get attached to the network. Now, battery or the power unit, as its main characteristic, sensor node's main characteristic was of power consumption. So we have to keep minimal power consumption. Therefore, this unit provides supply to all other units. Now we have some application dependent units, that is location finding system. If our application is to find some location or to according based on some location, then one of the unit is location finding system. What it does is gives the accurate real-time location of something required. Mobilizer is the unit which is used for if sensor node is moving from one location to another, then this mobilizer is used. So here we can see sensing unit, power unit, communication unit, and processing unit. All four we have discussed. And another are the application dependent components. So these are the protocol stack which are followed in WSN. Basically, all wireless protocols are followed. Okay. So basic concept of model protocol stack. That means we have 5 layers which we have studied in the OSI model. That is the application layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and the physical layer. And we all know about it. How is it? Cross layer planes are some additional thing to it. Power management plane, mobility management plane, task management plane. These are all so that we can manage the power of sensor nodes, its mobility, and the tasks so that we can execute. Now moving on to the topologies. Basic topologies of WSN are point-to-point, star, and mesh. As we all know about the point-to-point. Here point-to-point, one sensor node is connected to another sensor node directly. In the star topology, one in star topology, that gateway, every sensor node is connected to one gateway. And in mesh topology, every sensor node is connected to each other and then connected to a gateway. Now we'll talk about wireless sensor network versus mobile ad hoc network. What is the basic thing? Wireless sensor network, it's wireless. And MANET supports multi-hop networking. There are multiple nodes. And the security feature here, it's symmetric key cryptography is used, and in MANET public key cryptography. Routing supports specialized traffic pattern. As you know, we don't select whole of the node from the sensor network. Some nodes are target to deliver the output. So here we support specialized traffic pattern. Cannot afford to have too many node states since it has packet overhead. Support any node pairs. It has many node pairs, and it can travel. The data packet can travel through different node pairs accordingly. Resource, it's tighter resources, means power, processor speed, bandwidth. These are required much and not as tight in MANET. Factors that influence the wireless sensor network. Fault tolerance. These are the things which influence. Scalability, production cost, hardware constraints, sensor network topology, environment, what is the transmission media, power consumption. These are the things. Application, we can apply it in the military applications, environmental applications, like because yeah, in environmental application for weather forecasting, as it it depends upon the physical phenomenons like pressure, temperature, heat, etc. So we can sense these through these sensors. Health appliances for heartbeat rate, etc., blood pressures, home and office appliances to maintain the temperature in our homes and offices, automotive applications, and other commercial applications. Avoids a lot of wiring. It can accommodate new device. As we know, it's wireless, so avoids a lot of wiring. It can accommodate new devices at any time. These are the advantages, and these are the disadvantages: lower speed compared to wired network, less secure because of hackers' laptops, still costly at